claim on what promises to be the next big thing in mobile, and that, of course, is mobile advertising. The phone dubbed Nexus One might turn into the key tool Google uses to control new ad dollars as more search business moves from the desktop to the smartphone. At over $500, though, for an unlocked version of this phone, it might not be a big unit seller for Google, but it will certainly drive excitement and interest in smartphones and mobile data access and advertising, too. That's good for Google, the entire Android operating system platform, and likely the broader smartphone sector. Maybe not so good for Apple, dealing now with yet another competitor, this one touting an open platform and shining a very bright light on a competing technology. Now, it may not matter, at least as far as the short term is concerned. The smartphone market is clearly big enough to support several big winners. The real question for investors, of course, is for how long? Again, this event begins in about 30 minutes. I'll be live blogging, and you can check it all out. Follow the action live, techcheck.cnbc.com. This will be a very interesting day indeed. Guys?
All right, stay with us, Jem. And joining us now is Bruce Ipone, managing editor at Forbes magazine. Welcome, Bruce.
Dennis.
So what do you think? Is Google serious about this? Are they really going to challenge iPhone? Or is this just a lost leader to sell more advertising on search?
No, they're desperately serious about this. I mean, they see the share that Apple has in the mobile operating systems, and whoever controls the OS controls the advertising often, and they don't want to give any of that to Apple. And Apple's got the biggest lion's share right now. And it's a great for consumers because, well, the rumor is it's going to be an unlocked phone, meaning you could take it to AT&T, you could take it to T-Mobile, and what iPhone, haters hate the most about the iPhone is the AT&T network.
Yeah, Bruce, what do you think about the reaction from carriers like Verizon and Sprint that have spent tens of millions of dollars on new ad campaigns for this Android Google-based phone, and now we'll be looking at competition from Google that encouraged them to back the Android?
Yeah, they can't like it at all, and Motorola's got to be hating it too. I mean, this is very early in the stage for Google, the software maker, to be inserting itself as the handset company itself at this stage of the game.
But Bruce, what about the reported price, though? If it's more than $500, the reason phones are cheaper normally when you go to some provider is they're subsidizing the phone because you'll sign a long-term contract and the monthly fees are higher. If I bring this phone to some company, are they going to charge me less per month?
Well, it depends on the calling plan. We don't know the details on that yet. We're waiting to hear on that. But to Europeans, this is very run-of-the-mill. They're used to paying a high price for an unlocked phone that they could take to any network they want. And I would rather have seen an ad-supported free phone from Google.
Hey, Jim Goldman, one more thing. Are we actually going to see Google advertise this phone? Wouldn't that be some of the first advertising we've ever seen from that company?
There's no doubt. I believe you will see this company advertise this phone. But let's not forget, I mean, we're talking about an unlocked phone. It is expensive. I think it calls attention to Android. I don't necessarily think that Motorola or HTC or other manufacturers are going to be all that upset. They might be a little upset. But the real deal here is the competition now that Google offers Apple, this open system versus an unopened system that iPhone offers. And there's a lot of talk about that. But when you look at Apple and the iPhone and the 3 billion apps that have now been downloaded, over 100,000 apps available, that seems to me a pretty open system, and I'm not sure that Google has the competitive leverage that it might have had before Apple came up with the App Store. Apple is the platform, and that platform does seem to be open with so much development and so much downloading.
Bruce, quick question here. I mean, often when software companies move into the hardware business, they stumble. What's the danger here for Google that it gets off track?
Well, I think the phone is now so much more about the software than it is the hardware. It's the flicking and the hand gestures and the apps. So I don't think Google has a problem there. And they've already shown that the Android is one of the fastest growing operating systems on all devices. And Gartner's saying by 2012 it'll be ahead of the iPhone and behind only Nokia. And don't forget, Google's real competition here is Microsoft Windows Mobile, not really the iPhone.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you.
Nice job. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, it is Tech Week here on CNBC, so don't miss our special presentation, Planet of the Apps.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh,
that
come on.
Really
I love revolution. I love it, too. Scott Wapner reports on the global phenomenon in mobile technology. It's creating billions of dollars in revenue, changing the way we live. Planet of the Apps, Dennis, premieres Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Is that the first you'd heard of this? What have you been watching? What station have you been watching?
I haven't even seen it.
You don't like it?
I gotta wait.
You didn't think of it. That's why you don't like it.
It's been on Planet of the Apps.
It's cable. We like bad puns.
Never miss a good
We love it.
Never miss a good
Coming up next, pending home sales plunge. You see those numbers? Lots of buzz about another big leg down in the housing market, perhaps. Plenty of talk also about principal reduction, slashing what someone owes on their mortgage, as maybe the best solution to the crisis. Will it work? Is it fair? That's our power grid debate.
And coming up at 12:45 Eastern Time, I've got this one memorized. Get ready for the Fast Money halftime report.